Hi, I'm Shannon,
And I'm Danielle.
and you're watching Echo.
Watch out for the Zika virus, spread by the yellow fever mosquito. It's found its way into Florida and the southern states. Some symptoms are fever, rash, joint pain, and red eyes. These symptoms usually start showing up within several days to a week of being bitten by an infected mosquito. Victims rarely die from the Zika virus, but it is still probably not a fun time to have it at all. Make sure if you get any of these symptoms to immediately contact your local doctor. Now, something not as depressing after these messages.
For Donald Trump. He's an amazing young man. He's only 69, and yet he still looks like he's in his 20s. He's amazing. Vote for him if you want to see America turn great. Like he says, make America great again. He's actually going to do that. Just believe him, okay?
He's not as good as he could be.
He's amazing. He's better. He goes above and beyond to make sure that you get your food in the morning.
Welcome back.
Sure you know.
The field trip every course band or orchestra and guitar player has been looking forward to since 6th grade, and the reason why I stayed in music class for 3 years. The 8th grade field trip to Hershey Park. After 3 long years of waiting, the day has finally arrived for the grand field trip. All of the music students will have to be at school at 5:30 a.m. and at 6 o'clock. They will take off for a 2-hour-long trip to Hershey Park. While they are there, they will compete against other schools, and then roam the park freely until 9 p.m. When they get on the bus again to go home, they probably won't return for the long, exhausting trip until 11 or 12 o'clock. I'm almost certain that they all had a fantastic time. Coming up next is Shannon with a rather cool story.
As the start of third quarter this year, everyone was excited for the unscheduled break called Snowzilla. The 4-foot-deep blizzard hit us like a bus. People had to stock up on about 2 or 3 weeks of food. Some people's power went out, and kids went out for sledding. It took a while to dig everyone out, but eventually the roads were clear and we were able to move around freely. I'm sure everyone had a great time. Coming up next, we switch you to Dylan, who is going to talk about our next segment.
Hey, it's Dylan, and I'm coming at you with a Supreme Court case. Timothy Foster, a poor, intellectually disabled black teenager, was charged with the murder of a white woman, was tried by an all-white jury after Georgia prosecutors used their peremptory strikes to exclude all black prospective jurors from the jury service. In his case, the prosecution then argued to all-white jury that Foster should be sentenced to death to deter other people out there in the projects. At the time, 90% of the families in the project were black, including the Fosters. The jury sentenced Foster to death. Another important thing to know is Batson versus Kentucky, that the state's use of peremptory challenges to strike all 4 black prospective jurors qualified to serve on the jury for his capital murder trial was racially motivated. And the decision of the Georgia Supreme Court that Foster failed to show purposeful discrimination was clearly erroneous. Coming up next, our weekly interview
With Colin!
Hi.
Okay, who has been your biggest influence in your life this year?
Probably my mother, because I've had to go through some stuff this year and she's helped me get through it.
Okay. How will people remember you this year?
Probably that tall guy that wore pajamas.
Okay. What's your favorite memory this year?
Hershey Park by far.
Okay.
Probably because we got to hang out with a bunch of people, which is good fun.
Can you give one piece of advice to upcoming 8th graders?
Get as much gum as you can.
Stock up on.
Yeah, stock up on gum.
What are your views on lunch food?
Not that bad. It's still pretty bad.
Okay. What's your view on transgender bathrooms?
I think that we shouldn't have to spend money to make bathrooms for people that either look like a guy or girl and just have an extra part.
Awesome.